Welcome back. What's up, everybody, to another episode of the Life's Playbook podcast. This is season 4, episode 3 of the show. Thank you, Noah, for reminding me. I'm your host, Quinn Jackson. I'm joined today by my co-host, Noah Hawley. We're going to be doing I'd call it a check-in of the first round of the NBA playoffs. We're going to talk about some of the series and how some of them are not going as expected, specifically the Lakers, but we're going to get to them in today's episode and we're going to talk about them and why they might get swept. So, with that being said, let's talk about the quick little check-in of the first round. We're going to talk a little more about the Grizzlies getting swept yesterday, as well as a couple other series. Before we get started with today's episode, make sure to download Prize Picks, the most elite sports fantasy app. With that being said, let's talk about it. Let's start with yesterday's games. Let's start with the Bucks and the Pacers. Obviously, the Bucks, they finally won a game. Game 4 is today at 9:30. The Pacers currently still have a lead in the series, 2-1. This is definitely a must-win game for the Bucks. The series is going kind of as I expected. I expected the Pacers to win this series, and they're so far doing it. Again, this is Game 4. Must win for the Bucks. Do we think the Bucks are going to keep it close and tie the series, or are the Pacers going to run away with this one in Game 4?
There goes my internet, chat.
What do you mean it still works? It's still on? You still here?
Yeah, now it's working. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. Excuse me. All right, so yeah, with the Bucks and Pacers, man. What the Bucks need to do, they need to go out and get some help for Giannis, man. Giannis is a one-man team out there. Dame, he came back, but he ain't do much. Kyle Kuzma, as expected, he ain't do jack. Yeah, they need to find that man some help. I don't know where to search. You better hit up Kevin Durant. Hey, Kevin Durant and Giannis will go stupid in the playoffs, bro. Honestly. But, yeah, they just need to get Giannis some help over there because Dame's not doing it. Playoff Dame, where are you at? Dame time. That's what I got to say about that matchup and that last game.
Yeah, you're not lying about Giannis needing help. That man definitely needs help. If the Pacers end up winning this game, it might be series over. Which I'm hoping they do, so they can advance to play the Cavs. Yeah, you're not wrong about Giannis needing help because the team that he's got right now, they ain't helping him. So hopefully the Pacers can get the job done though tonight, as we both have them advancing in the second round. We got to talk about another series that we both thought there was going to be an upset, and now it looks like it might not happen. The Pistons dropped 2 games in a row, both at home, and New York is leading the series 3-1. We both had Detroit upsetting here, and now it looks like it might not happen if the Pistons win Game 4. If the Knicks win Game 5, Game 5. What is going on with that series? Because we both originally had an upset here, and now it looks like it might not happen.
So yeah, it could be due to the lack of playoff experience that Pistons team has. As you know, nobody expected the Pistons to be in the playoffs this year. At least I didn't. They were still technically in a rebuild, but for them to do what they did and make it to the playoffs, it's actually astonishing. So that could be the reason as to why they're dropping these games. You know, it's not like they're getting blown out either. The last 2 games are pretty close matchups. The last game, it was a 94-93 game. As the Pistons, I don't know if they want to do something. If they want to win this series, they need to stop Jalen Brunson because that is the Knicks' highest scorer right now. You could also argue that Cat, he's doing stuff too, but you know, Jalen Brunson is your main target for this matchup. That's who you want to target and who you want to stop.
Yeah, I know. I'm not sure what's going on over there in Detroit. They started out great. They started out swinging. Game 1, I believe. And then they've just flamed out ever since. You could just chalk it up to playoff experience, like you said. Yeah, I think that's a big reason. Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns, They're showing up, so I got to give them that. Pistons, they got to win game 4 or game 5 if they want a chance still. But it's not looking great. This upset that we got, it's not looking great. It might not happen. With that being said, let's move on to the Cavs. We're going to talk about the Cavs real quick. It looks like a clean sweep might happen. They just bullied the Heat yesterday, and game 4 is tomorrow, I believe at 8:30. So that'll be the game that determines whether we clean sweep or if the Heat can hold on. Hopefully Darius Garland can play. So next time I pick him, he can actually play and do some. But yeah, this might be a clean sweep if we can bully him again tomorrow, advance to the second round. Think this is going to be a clean sweep, or do you think the Heat will hold on for dear life?
So originally, I said that I did not see the Cavs sweeping them. I had the Heat winning at least 2 games and then taking it to a game 6. But right now, it's looking very unlikely as to my expectation or my thought on what would happen. I can see the sweep happening when they play them tomorrow because, as you know, Darius Garland did say Tyler Hero don't play no defense, and that's why they've been losing. Tyler Hero don't play no defense, so it's gonna be a clean sweep. I can see them winning. It'll be like a close game maybe because it is, it's go big or go home. Maybe they'll put it out. They'll make a comeback. I don't know, but I know the Cavs are taking that game.
Darius Garland. All I got to say is you're getting away with that comment now because the Heat, they're not that good. But all I'm gonna say this on that comment, fam, is when we play the Pacers in the second round, you gonna have to play some defense. I mean, Tyler Hero, his team is getting destroyed right now, but he's not lying when he said you don't play defense. Again, you're gonna get away with it now because y'all about to clean sweep them. But when we play the Pacers, we gonna need you to turn up a little bit, both offensively and defensively. But clean sweep might happen tomorrow. We shall see. With that being said, we got to talk about the series of the day, the game of the day, literally, that just went down today. Excuse me. The Wolves versus the Lakers. Um, Lakers, you guys making me mad. Making me mad right now. I'll give my thoughts on this in a minute, but Noah, what do you think about this series? It's not looking good for my Lakers, and I had them advancing in the second round, and now it might not even happen.
They just need to stop Anthony Edwards, bro. That man put up 43 points against them, and it's crazy because Luka had 38, LeBron had 27, Reeves had 17, and Hachimura had 23. Like they're good stats overall, but you're letting Anthony Edwards put straight belt to y'all, bro. Like that's all I gotta say, bro. Anthony Edwards. I'm actually a big fan of Anthony Edwards. I am. I mean, I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna do too much lazing on that, but he is a extraordinary player, bro. LeBron, you gotta step it up, bro. You gotta go back to prime Miami Heat, Bron, for this. You're down. Hey, 3-1. It ain't the first time Bron been down 3-1. So I need to see something happen, bro.
That is true, and we might need 2018 Braun to come back because the way his team is playing right now. I understand Luka had 38 today, but the game before that he had 17. Hachimura had 8 points the game before that, and Braun dropped 38. In this game, like you said, Braun dropped 27. Luka had 38. Austin Reeves. Let me say something about you, fam, Austin Reeves. Ever since the playoffs started, you and Hachimura have been non-existent. And I'm not even going to talk about the centers for the Lakers because they never had one to begin with. And when they got rid of AD, that the Lakers are making Nico Harrison's draft or trade look good, and that's not good. That's not good. Austin Reeves, he's been nowhere to be found this entire series. Hachimura definitely hasn't been anywhere to be found in this series. Luka, Luka's on and off. Like, he had a good game today, I'll give him that. But the game before that, it was terrible. And I'm pretty sure the game before that one was also bad. So it's literally been LeBron versus the Timberwolves. And it sucks because I had the Lakers advancing from round one. And now it might not even happen. Shout out to the Wolves, though, because Ant is a dog, like you said. He is good. But it's really just been him. I'm amazed that Julius Randle is playing as well as he is. Jaden McDaniels is playing as well as he is too. But for the entire Lakers supporting cast, outside of LeBron James, you guys have two games to step it up, tie the series, and then go to Game 7 and get the job done. If y'all want to make Nico Harrison look bad, you will advance to the second round, and you will make a playoff run. Right now, you're making his trade look like it was the best thing that ever happened to the Mavs, and that is not good. It's not good because I thought Luka being on the Lakers was gonna elevate them exponentially, and they just haven't produced, and that's why they're in the predicament that they're in now. Again, not taking anything away from the Wolves because they're playing great, but Lakers, man, y'all are making me mad. Y'all got to step it up. You got Luka and LeBron on the same team, and you're down 3-1. That makes no sense. No sense at all. But we'll see come game 5. We'll see if everybody can step up and do their part. But probably the most surprising series out of all of them, the way that it is. With that being said, let's talk about the Grizzlies. Let's talk a little more about the Grizzlies getting swept. This one was really no competition at all. I thought there would be some fight from the Grizzlies, but there was no fight from start to finish. What happened? What do you think happened there with Ja Morant and the gang?
So yeah, John Morant really has no help. It's the same with Giannis. No, there's nobody there for him to look to. Like, and then in that last game, he didn't play. He was injured. The player who stepped up that game was Scottie Pippen Jr. And he had no help as well. He had 30 points, which is absolutely crazy, man. You know, the Grizzlies need to go out there and find John Morant some help because it's absolutely ridiculous how they play without him, and it's ridiculous how they play with him, bro. Like that's all I gotta say about that.
Yeah, the Grizzlies. I don't know what happened. You guys just looked dysfunctional the entire playoff series. It's a shame Ja Morant went out with an injury, but even if we're being honest, even when he was playing, nothing was happening. That was a mismatch on all levels. That was a mismatch on all levels. That's what that was. But congrats to the Thunder that advanced in the second round to await the winner of the Nuggets Clippers series. Let's talk about that series because that seems to be the most interesting series out of all of them. The series is tied 2-2 right now. I had the Nuggets coming out of this one. No, you had the Clippers coming out of this one. Game 5 is coming up. I believe that is this Tuesday, I believe. Yep, this Tuesday at 10 p.m.
Yeah, Tuesday.
What do you think about this series? It's definitely the closest series, and it's definitely the most interesting out of all of them. So Noah, how is your team, the Clippers, looking as of right now?
So actually, they're actually playing really good, bro. This is kind of like a battle of tug of war. They're going back and forth, win loss, or you get the gist. That boy Kawhi Leonard, that boy James Harden. Well, they going stupid, man. The Nuggets, they do have a pretty well-rounded roster over there with Westbrook, Jokic, Murray. The Clippers have the talent to match that. Their biggest problem is that they need to stop Jokic. He's getting too many rebounds. He's getting too many points. If they could stop that, then they're good because I think it was the game they won. That the teammates around Jokic, they weren't really doing much. So if they could limit what Jokic is doing, then they could take the series. But I can for sure see this definitely go into a game 7.
Yeah, I can see this going to a game 7 as well. Uh, Depends on who wins game 5 on Tuesday. I think whoever wins game 5 might walk away with the series. It all depends. Like you said, it has been back and forth, so none to count out. Talking about my team, the Nuggets, we've been playing well. Everybody has been doing their job for the most part. Jokic has been carrying for the most part, but his supporting cast has stepped up. The last game that they won, Jokic had 36. Aaron Gordon had 14. Michael Porter Jr. had 17. They've been looking. Everybody's been playing good basketball. Jokic has been doing his thing. Like you said, they haven't really had an answer for him. We'll see if that remains to be a problem for the Clippers or not. But we've been playing great. Again, this has definitely been the closest series out of all of them, and the most interesting series out of all of them. So we'll see who takes Game 5. We'll see how the rest of the series will play out, which brings us to the last final. Well, really, there's the Celtics and the Magic, but we'll get to them in a minute. But that brings us to the Rockets and the Warriors. Warriors are leading the series, I think, as of right now, 2-1. Um, are the Rockets counted out at this point? The Warriors have a 2-1 lead. Do the Rockets still have a chance to keep things interesting, or are the Warriors going to pull away with this one?
So I do believe the Rockets still have a chance at this. I don't know what the heck happened to Jimmy Butler, but he is non-existent in this playoff run. But yeah, if they can stop Curry. Curry had 36. There are only two other players who had over 10 points out. Buddy Hield with 17 and Gary Payton with 16. If they can stop Curry, bro, they're for sure going to find themselves getting back into this. Unless Jimmy Butler does come back. I don't know if he's injured or what. But yeah, if they could limit Curry, then they can find themselves back in this matchup. But if not, the Warriors are going to walk away with it.
Yeah, I don't know where Jimmy Butler's been either. I don't think he's been existent really this entire playoff series. I don't know if he's injured or not. Like you said, hopefully he can show up. If they beat the Rockets, hopefully he can show up in the next matchup that they got, which might be the Wolves. The Lakers ain't doing jack right now, but you know, for the time being, it doesn't seem like wherever Jimmy Butler's at, it doesn't seem like it's affecting the team that much. Curry's been doing his thing. Draymond's been playing clean basketball, and I'm really high on Draymond right now because he is the same dude that basically came out a month before the playoffs and said the Warriors were guaranteed NBA champions. So I'm kind of high on him to keep his word. But yeah, like you said, if the Rockets are able to contain Curry, I think they can tie it up and make this another interesting series. Game 4 is Monday, same day as the Cavs' potential sweep on the Heat. But definitely going to be interesting to see where Butler's at and whether his absence on the team is going to affect the Warriors. But so far it hasn't. But we'll see. We'll see. Which brings us to the final series in the first round: Celtics and the Magic. Despite what the series looks like, the Magic have been giving the Celtics a bit of a problem. Despite what the overall series is, I know Boston is leading 2-1, but if you really watch the games, you'll know that the Magic have been giving the Celtics a small problem. I thought this was going to be a total rout on the Celtics' part, just like the Cavs and the Knicks. But props to the Magic for keeping the series as close as it is. What do you Why do you think that might be?
I do believe it's because the Magic are trying to prove something here. They're trying to prove their worth of being in the playoffs. They're not trying to get swept first round 4-0. They're trying to make it a deep playoff run. It's unlikely. They. I agree with you. They've been keeping these games close. Right now, they're losing by 3 to the Celtics. That's not bad. They're not out the game. The Celtics just have a pretty stacked roster, bro. For the Magic, who don't really have a lot of talent over there, they're doing pretty well. Handling not Jimmy Butler, sorry, Jason Tatum and his crew over there. So if the Magic keep playing like that, I don't see them winning, but they could take it up to a game 7 potentially.
Yeah, shout out to the Magic for keeping it as close as it is. Like you said, they think they're making a statement, trying not to get swept. Game 5, this is game 4 right now. Game 5 is Tuesday, 8:30. So we'll see. We'll see if the Celtics can walk away with this one if they win tonight. And we'll see if the Magic can keep their playoff hopes alive and continue to give the Celtics a problem. But hey, Celtics fans, I know it's the Magic and they're better than the Heat, but we could never struggle against a team like that. I'm just saying. Hey, we're on the verge of clean sweeping our series. Y'all, I mean, I know it's 2-1 right now and you guys got the lead, but if you really look at game by game, the Magic have been giving you guys some problems. But I'm just saying, we can never. Hey, we're clean sweeping in our series, but well, we shall see. We shall see what happens. This Magic game right now is kind of going to dictate how the rest of the series goes. But we'll see. So keep an eye out on all the other games 4, game 3s, certain series. Grizzlies, there's always the next year. And hopefully John Moran can get some help. But yeah, we'll be seeing you guys. The Heat will be seeing you guys in Cancun. So it'll be okay, Grizzlies. The Heat will be seeing you guys in Cancun after Monday. So y'all won't be alone. But Noah, you got anything else you'd like to say before we close out?
Thought it was gonna be Lakers in 5, Timberwolves in 5. Hey, the Lakers will be seeing y'all in Cancun as well. I'm sorry, LeBron, bro. You had a great run. You should have just went back to Cleveland, bro. You shouldn't have stayed in LA.
Sorry, Braun. Your team's just Austin Reeves got no more ammo. Rui Hachimura, get ready to learn Japanese. Where you're from, buddy. And Luka, he can't. You got to be more consistent. You got to be more consistent. But yeah, Grizzlies, LA, and Miami. They'll be joining you guys in Cancun shortly. But with that being said, this has been season 4, episode 3. This has been our little update on the first round. As the first round is starting to come to an end with some series. Let us know who you think is going to walk away with this one. That being said, we'll catch you guys next episode, season 4, episode 4. Till then, peace out.